Here's what it sounds like driving a Jetta GLI with a dirty windshield at night with an open air intake with a manual 6-speed. I'll show you. Give me a second. The light's not green yet. Those are other cars. That's not what this car sounds like. That was a Camry. Okay, ready? Me too. Oh, I love it. Here, just to hear that intake sound. Oh, that sounds so nice. Hey guys, so check this out. I got an open air intake for my 2021 Jetta GLI. It's the APR intake. I didn't go for the carbon fiber because I didn't think it was really necessary to spend the extra money for a tiny bit of weight savings. It's more of just a look thing, but hey, the black plastic looked just fine for me. So I figured, why don't I take all the footage I've had of after getting this installed. My brother and I installed it, so I'll show you that process and kind of some of the footage I've collected over the past year driving this. There's a couple other things I'll talk to you about as well that I've done to the car, and I'll share all that with you here, so check it out. Let's listen to the stock intake. All right, so we got the factory intake taken out, and we got the APR intake in place for the most part. And I think we're just making sure everything lines up. There's 3 little prongs on the bottom, and there's that vacuum hose, and then there's that little white filter. It has another hose for secondary air injection. So APR sells that white filter as a separate, so it's a pretty cheap, maybe like 25 bucks or something. So I went ahead and got that with this as well. Because it's kind of disconcerting to not have a place for that hose to go, just have it sit there. So I got that filter. And I will talk a little bit more here about how we actually had to position this. So this shroud that goes back on, it's gonna cover that up. And I guess it'll go into that thing. All right, so obviously we were just figuring this out as we went, but I'll kind of stop this here and show you. There's a shroud, I'll point to it, in the front, and it kind of goes into the opening of the intake down below. The new APR intake, you'll see it feeds into that, and the issue we had was trying to align those prongs right below. So, people suggested that we could kind of swivel it underneath without removing the shroud cover on top. But what we found was it was easier to remove it entirely, line up the prongs, just push it down, because you have to kind of push hard. And if you push hard without removing the shroud, it could kind of push up against it. We don't want to break any of the plastic in there. Then all we had left was to reconnect the vacuum hose on the bottom.
Can you see it? Is it on all the way?
Oh, wow. It looks turned around. Did you turn it all the way?
Yeah.
I didn't know it could turn that much. Well, now I can't see it on the other side of it because...
Shine the light this direction.
Sorry. To get it there, I had to already shine it that direction.
Oh, gotta see it now.
So I'm just gonna have to route this thing out of the way and zip tie it somewhere, and then put that shroud back on and have that, whatever that line is, coolant line or whatever it is, to be mounted back where it was. So this piece, you can see with the lines, goes into it and feeds right into that. So here's the upgraded open box. This little shroud unclips from here, from this little clip. You can remove that. You have to remove this top thing first. And then you remove that thing. So what was keeping it clipped down before? That clip there? It moves around more. Maybe that's because it's not held down with the screws of that top plate. And then that hose is kept in place with those clips. Nice. All right, and then I'm gonna probably move this thing. Can you hold that? Thanks. Secondary air filter line. I don't want to put stress on this, but I think that'll be fine. It's not gonna. And then down here you can see the fan. It's not rubbing. Can you shine the light? So it's not hitting anything that's moving. I think that'll be fine for now. Vacuum line's in. Everything's in. You already put that back on. I didn't see that, huh? The hose.
It's not on. It's just I just mated them without connecting them.
Oh, but is it tight? How do you make it tighter?
You gotta open. I didn't put it on. It's just
I thought it was.
No.
I was confused, but okay, cool. So we can do that and then put this on. I think we're pretty much done.
Yep.
Nice. I'm not sure where I would zip tie it though when I.
That's what I'm trying to think. So this is where you can buy like brackets.
Right.
And make your own thing. And if you're gonna involve like drilling in and stuff, I don't know how you feel about that, but
Yeah, I don't really want to.
yeah, I wouldn't either.
Then again, I wonder if there's something in this shroud or something there that I could zip tie it to that bracket. Oh, that's the fan though. Nope, I don't want to do that.
There's a hole here. You could theoretically get some metal. Nah, I don't do it. This is where
It's
I put my Jeep blade, because I'm like, okay, it's 90% there, but now what?
Huh.
So you'd have to improvise. Okay, well, there's a hole here. I'll buy a screw. I can screw that in there. Buy a piece of metal, cut it here, come across here, and then I can just zip tie this in place here.
Right.
Or not, but I avoided zip ties as much as I could.
Right.
But you know, you end up with something like that. But then you have a piece of metal that obviously doesn't go there.
But if it comes from the APR factory with zip ties, that's how it's supposed to be. That's design spec. That's weird too to me, having zip ties. It feels like you're just guessing. Just strap it on there, it's fine.
Well, it should be fine. It's lower than this right here.
Yeah, true.
Lower than that, lower than this.
Good point.
It's fine.
All right, so I'm gonna put that clip back on, put this cover back on, which I wonder if I had those bits. I think I might have it in my DeWalt set there. the OEM. That's what I like about APR. You need me to grab it? Or no? Pretty tight. I've heard that these can come off. See, look, that's a little bit moving off there. Like before, it wasn't as much. Or no, that was how it was, right? That little indentation there, I thought was it not being flush all the way down. But
It's just pinching it. It's putting it's all the end. It's just putting that corner is putting as a high point, so it's putting more pressure on that and squeezing it down.
Got it.
So it's on there, but it's just gonna look like that.
All right. So that's it. I'm gonna start it up. I'm gonna start it up from behind and get the sound. Alright guys, so that's it for the intake, but I was going to show you a couple other things, like the Black Forest Industries shifter knob that I got. It looks really nice, it feels great, doesn't get too hot or too cold. It's aluminum and leather, so really good quality feeling, and the color scheme goes really well with the rest of my car, so I'm really happy with that. I also got this splash guard set, which I had to go aftermarket with the Rally Art ones because the OEM splash guards do not work with the side skirt body molding around the bottom of the car. They kind of get in the way. And lastly, I wanted to tell you about this APR short shifter kit that I got. This is probably the best improvement. I kind of forgot about it now, but I love it so much. I'm only about halfway through the adjustment range. I'd like to go closer towards the shortest adjustment so that I have the shortest shifter, but I'll have to take out the intake and the battery to get to that. I can make more videos about that if you guys want. Let me know, but otherwise, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.